So there's something I've been noticing about particular leaders, primarily in the United States and in Europe. You know the ones who are supporting the Palestinians, free Palestine from the river to the sea, and they don't have a nice word to say about Israel. There's one particular line of questioning that gets them stumped every single time. And starting here with Jeremy Corbyn. Now, if you're not familiar with him, he was a member of parliament in the UK, so this should be a really easy question for him to answer. He's a guest on Piers Morgan's show. Watch his response.
Can we have a discussion?
Can you call them a terror group, Jeremy?
Can we have a discussion?
Can you call them a terror group?
Is it possible to have a rational discussion
Are you prepared to call Hamas a terror group?
Is it possible to have a rational discussion with you? Is it possible? Come on, answer that question.
You can't, can you?
You answer it.
No, it's my show. You answer my question.
Well,
are Hamas a terror group?
Listen, can I...
Are they a terror group?
Piers, can I...
Answer the question.
Can I speak?
Are they a terror group?
Piers.
No, then, no.
If you let me speak...
Are they a terror group?
If you'll let me speak, I'll say something.
Go on, then.
A ceasefire means both sides...
You said that. Are they a terror group?
Listen, I said that because
are they a terror
that is
group?
part of the process.
Are they a terror group?
Can we go...
Why can't you say it?
Piers, can we go through what ought to be happening?
Just answer my question.
Why do you think
are Hamas a terror
nations
group
in the world are calling for a ceasefire?
Are Hamas a terror group?
Come on, answer that. Answer me.
No, it's not your show.
You've got so many opinions.
Why should I answer yours when you won't answer mine?
Why do you give out your opinions all day and every day?
Are Hamas?
You don't like it
are
when
Hamas
somebody pushes it back on you.
Are Hamas a terror group? Yes or no?
You won't like it when somebody pushes back on you. What I've said is...
I've asked you two questions. Should Hamas stay in power and are they a terror group? You're refusing to answer either of them. That is very telling.
I mean, this is just beyond sad. Jeremy Corbyn was a former member of the UK Parliament, albeit for the Labour Party, but this is an easy question to answer. Is Hamas a terrorist organization? Unequivocally, yes. He should just say yes, but he's not saying that for a reason. I'm going to explain to you why none of the individuals I'm going to show you on this video are answering this question. But let's move on to the US, Representative Rashida Tlaib being asked very similar questions.
Terrorists have cut off babies' heads and burned children alive. Do you support Israel's rights to defend themselves against this brutality?
We're just going to go through here.
You can't comment about Hamas terrorists chopping off babies' heads. Do you condone what Hamas has done, chopping off babies' heads, burning children alive, raping women in the street? You have no comment about children's heads being chopped off? Congressman, why do you have the Palestinian flag outside your office if you do not condone what Hamas terrorists have done to Israel? Do Israeli lives not matter to you?
Now, this video and line of questioning that you just saw to Rashida Tlaib did happen just after the initial attacks by Hamas on Israel. And this reporter is definitely being harsh with her questioning, but she's doing it on purpose because she's trying to give the extreme scenario so that Rashida Tlaib could at least say, yes, I condemn that. But even in the most extreme situation, I'm not going to repeat it, you heard it, she won't condemn it. This was a perfect opportunity for her to say, absolutely yes, I condemn this and I condemn Hamas. I do believe that they're a terrorist organization. They should not be allowed to exist and we are supporting Israel right now. But she can't say any of it because she does. Well, I'm going to tell you why she can't say any of it. But let's move on to another U.S. Representative, Ilhan Omar, who's going to be asked a similar line of questioning.
Down their arms and not try to get the hostages out of Gaza? How can Israel have a ceasefire with terrorists whose entire mission is to wipe out their existence?
You're blocking the elevator. She's got
How can they have a ceasefire if they're trying to wipe out this crazy lady? Don't worry about it.
So again, this video is also much closer to the initial attacks of Hamas on Israel, but these are very easy questions to answer, and she does not answer. Not only that, she calls the reporter a crazy lady. Crazy for saying, listen, should we condemn Hamas here? Should we be supporting Israel? Why are you calling for a ceasefire? They have hostages, thousands of them. Are you okay with that situation? Israel being attacked in an unprovoked way by a terrorist organization, and this is what you're calling for? But she can't respond. I mean, it's so easy for any common sense person to be able to do, but they just can't do it. Let's move on to AOC. Now, I don't have a video of AOC. She's sort of been dodging the question, I guess. There's not many videos of her out there yet. Maybe there are some. But she has an official statement that she put on her page that I'm going to read, and notice something very particular about it. This came out on October 9th, 2023. Again, very close to right after that initial attack. Today is devastating for all those seeking a lasting peace and respect for human rights in Israel and Palestine. Now, this does seem like a decent statement, but I do find it a little strange that she just can't come out and say it's a devastating day for Israel. No, she has to say for all those who are seeking a lasting peace. She continues, I condemn Hamas's attacks in the strongest possible terms. No child and family should ever endure this kind of violence and fear, and this violence will not solve the ongoing oppression and occupation in the region. Wow. So notice with me a few things. She doesn't condemn Hamas. She condemns Hamas's attacks. And she also doesn't call Hamas a terrorist organization. In addition, she says it will not solve the oppression and occupation. So Israel has just been attacked by a terrorist organization. Thousands have been killed, many taken hostage. It's just terrible. And she has to use this as an opportunity to say, this is not going to solve that nasty little dirty occupation that Israel is doing in the region and the oppression that they're having over the Palestinian people. And I condemn Hamas's attacks, but not Hamas. There's a reason for this. And notice this last little bit that she added. An immediate ceasefire and de-escalation is urgently needed to save lives. Wow. So Hamas goes in, a terrorist organization, kills thousands of Israelis unprovoked, babies, women, takes hostages, and Israel is not allowed to retaliate and defend itself. No. We just need to ceasefire immediately, right away. This was her stance. She didn't want Israel to defend itself at all. Just take it. Just take that hit. Let Hamas, the terrorist organization, continue forward. So why can't these leaders answer these very simple questions? Is Hamas a terrorist organization? Should Israel be able to defend itself? Because they joined all of those others out there who want to put on this front that they're for peace, that they're for Israel and the Palestinians, that they're for a two-state solution. But here's the truth. They're not. They are 100% against Israel. If they could snap their fingers like Thanos and make a wish that Israel would no longer exist as a country and the Palestinian people would own all of that land and it would be called Palestine, and the Israelis would then have to disperse into the rest of the world, maybe. They might snap them off the face of the earth if they could. They would absolutely do that. And they can't answer this question because they don't believe Hamas is a terrorist organization. And they don't believe that Israel should have the ability to defend itself. And they don't believe that Israel should even have its own state location. They believe that all of that land should belong to the Palestinians and be called Palestine. But if they came out and actually said what they really believed, then people would be able to see right through them. But we do have some people who are so blind it doesn't even matter what these people say. What do you think about this? Leave your comments below. Is this right on? Have you been noticing this as well? Love to hear from you. Catch you on the next one.